All right, YouTube, hello. Before you go any further, yes, I know I look good in this hat. Yes, it's Chopper. Yes, C9 has a One Piece collab that is fire. I myself am on episode 88. I feel like it's going to pick up any second now. Any second now. It will pick up. It will. If you don't know, I saw some people saying some things about my last YouTube video. Why 2023 Melee was boring. I also want to take this second to say my editor made the title. I let him usually name stuff and do stuff because he's great. I thought when he told me, I thought it said, was 2023 Melee boring with a question mark. I read it wrong. It was supposed to be, was 2023 Melee boring. That's what I thought it said. I was in a hurry. I just read it. I approved it. And he put why 2023 Melee was boring. Now, I think if you watch the video, why 2023 Melee was boring makes a little more sense. Because I don't think we said that it was boring. We just said, you know, it just wasn't, it wasn't the greatest year. Is that a bad thing? No. Is every year of Melee the greatest year of Melee? No. That's okay. That was okay. That's okay. And, you know, the whole Zane Cody thing. And look, nobody expects you not to play Zane if he's the only person you can play. You just have to be ready to accept that people will lose interest if you're constantly playing Zane all the time. That's just, I think, gonna come with it. If you're gonna play Zane that much, that's fine. Nobody's telling you to stop. But some people are just gonna be turned off by it. That's just, it is what it is. And some of you are thinking, oh, it's just Cody Zane, the whole, you know, their year. Really, if you think about it, I'm gonna tell you something about storylines. The fact this word's getting thrown around a lot. I'm gonna tell you something about the whole storyline thing. When we talk about storylines, yes, there was a lot of great things that happened in Melee last year. And there was tons. You can name them if you're a diehard of the community. The masses who only care about 1 and 2, the masses only care about the main storyline. Maybe I'm wrong, but like everyone here is probably a Melee diehard. You probably enjoyed last year, you probably didn't, whatever. But the masses really only care about the big storyline. So when I'm talking storylines, it's just like, most of the people who watch Melee are not diehard, I think. Or also our Melee streams would get more viewers. I would have 5,000 viewers right now. I don't. I probably have 600 because I'm playing the shit game. Because only the diehards are here. So I think it's a matter of, like, it's fine, but you gotta remember, and the whole Cody Zane thing, it's not that it's boring, but let me rewind. Remember when it was only HBox Armada? Two people who never played each other all the time, and people hated HBox Armada years. Some will say Puff, some will say this, but the real underlying reason people hated Adam HBox was none of that. It was because nobody likes when 1 and 2 are way better than everyone else. That year was just first, second, them two, and I feel like last year was kind of that to an extent, and nobody likes that. I think when 1 and 2 are so far ahead, I personally like it, because I think it's cool that two people are better. But the masses, I don't think like that when it's just the same people, blah, blah, blah. And if you rewind to 2022, the reason I can comfortably say I think 2022, had we had the ending that we should have had, would have gone down as the best year of Melee of all time. Why? Was it because Mango was good? Was it because HBox was good? Maybe helped. But really, it was just because we had 8 people who could win a tournament. So people were so invested in who would win this tournament because you didn't know. So the problem with last year was it was just Cody and Zane all the time. It was really just what's going to happen. And I think people get turned off by that because you can go back to the Armada HBox years. And even you could say Mango Zane. Mango Zane happened during online. And even with me and Zane were so much better that people didn't care. They hated online. And I think no matter what, when 1 and 2 are better, it just takes away. People get bored, or they're gonna say this, they're gonna say that. That's how I feel. It's not a bad thing. I also think another thing to the reason of there being no storylines is, again, you got to think of the masses. And remember back in the day, in the prime days, because look, we can all talk about the 5 God eras. I'm gonna say it. 5 God era was meh. And it's not to shit on the gods. It's not like they were gleaming in personality. It's not like they were the most charismatic, entertaining people in the world. It was just because the commentators set it up, the docs set it up, and then we just put everybody on this pedestal because that storyline was created that way. So it's not even like 5 Gods was 5 out of this world, enthusiastic, charismatic people. It was just because we painted it that way. And I think it comes down to our commentators just really needing to do a better job. I'm not shitting on commentators. But at the end of the day, you control. You're the one who has the people watching. Like, when we're all playing, I don't say shit. You don't know shit about me. I'm just playing. So I think the commentators need to do a better job when it comes to that. But I know it's hard. I'm not shitting on them. And it was just like everything back in the day was just a nice story told. And I feel like we don't have that anymore. That's just kind of what it comes down to. Also, I don't get this whole, like, the thing about Melee community, and I mean this in the nicest way, everyone's such a pussy. Everyone is so defensive. People are like, we have storylines. It's like, it was just a criticism. Like, we can just say, hey, last year wasn't that great. It's not a shit on anybody. It just wasn't what it was. It had moments. It's fine. No one needs to get defensive. Nobody needs to... It's fine. It's okay. We can do better. Unless you're saying last year was so good that we can't top it. I think we could top last year easily. It's probably will be forgotten because it was a pretty okay year. It's not a bad thing. Not every year is going to be a banger, and that's fine. I've played in so many Melee years. There's been some good ones, some stinkers, some banger. I think we as a community just need to take criticism more. I feel like when we're so Twitter-pilled as a community, thank God I'm not, that everyone's just so quick to be negative. And I think when the masses see us being negative, it's kind of bad. Because I think when we're emo on Twitter after, or we're being pussies, or we're jawning, I think when people look at the Melee community, they think we're crybabies, we're entitled, and we're kind of weenies, and we're kind of pussies. And I think as a community, I think we need to be better about competing. I think everyone needs to stop bitching as much. I think everyone needs to stop crying after they lose. I'm guilty of it. I've cried after I've lost. And I'm not on the right for that. I'm not above that. Everyone has done it except like Zane. But I've seen him in the after party when he's letting it all out. All I'm saying is, I think as a community we need to do better. Because I think when the outside community looks in on us and we're all just crying and complaining, my controller doesn't work, Cody's on Vivans, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I think it's just a bad look. I think the way we view competition needs to be better. The whole point of competition is competition only matters if both people sign an unwritten agreement like that we will both try really hard. Because if we don't try and we don't complain, because competition is what you make it. So if we just all stop crying and saying this and that, like, it just devalues stuff when everyone's complaining, saying this, saying that. We all just need to be better competitors. That starts with me. It starts with everybody. I think everyone needs to stop being a baby. I think that will create a good narrative. I do think as a community, we are way too chummy with each other. I know in Ultimate, whenever I watch, like even me, there was an era where everybody was hugging after a set. And I was like, hugs are supposed to be a special thing when it's like such a good set. But if you're hugging all the time, like it's that vibe of like, we're just so, and like, it's okay. And it's okay to be good competitors. People say we need beef. We don't need beef. Beef is not what we need. We just need to be better competitors, myself included. We need to stop crying. And it's okay to be salty after a set and just be like, fuck you, shake hands. I can't remember last time I saw someone shake hands and just like nod their head in disappointment. It's always just like, I don't know. It just feels like, and even then you could be the greatest loser in the world, but I still think it's just too chummy, and I don't really know. I just think it's chummy. And it's not bad. Like, we're all friends at the end of the day. I like all the people I compete with, and like, we go back years, but like, I just feel like we lost like some grit, maybe. Some like, fuck you. Some, after I lose, I just tweet like, I cannot wait to play this stupid fuck again. GG's. Like, and that's just how you feel, but everyone's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I don't think that's fun. No, it's not beef if you're just like, dude, fuck that. That guy sucks. I'm gonna get him next time. And then next time you play, that's already a narrative within itself. Because now it's like, dude, next time I play fucking this guy, I'm gonna shit on him because he's not that great. Bam. Instead, we all hide and we try to do this like nice thing on Twitter. And I think the Melee community acts like we're like so suit and tie sponsored by a $250 company. No, we're not. We're fucking grassroots. We need to act like it. Like, no one's losing a sponsor if I lose and say, suck my balls, bitch, or I beat somebody and I say, hold that. Why do we act so suit and tie? But we're fucking grassroots. We're playing for $40. Take your ties off. Let's get old. We gotta go back to what we're about, bro. Like, none of this, like, professional shit. Like, we gotta go back a little bit to the old days of, like, I feel like that fighting game, like, fuck you, let's play, blah, blah, blah. And it's like everyone's just trying to, dodge fines. Everyone's trying to be like, man, good game. But it's like, there's no sponsors. What are you going to lose? So I think people are trying to be professional. And you can be professional. But it's like, I think when it comes to the competition aspect, like, I think we need to be a little more old school, a little more like, and it doesn't have to be beef. Everyone's like, we need beef. We don't need beef. I can play as Zane, for example, shit talk him, blah, blah, shake hands, be a little mad, and move on. And, like, it's not a big deal. But again, it comes back to everyone taking things so personal. And it doesn't have to be that way. I just feel like everyone needs to be back in the, like, I want to win. And it's okay to be mad, sad. Just don't be a baby on Twitter. Again, I think we all need to be better about that, myself included. And I think, like, remember when I lost to HBox and I said Doc Lee would have cooked in its prime? Like, to me, that's me being kind of a little salty fuck, but, like, I don't think that's bad. Then HBox posted the shitty Krabby Patty, and then, you know, we got into a little banter. I didn't hate Juan as a person in that moment. I just thought, like, all right, you little fuck, like, okay, like, all right, I can't wait to play you again. And I think, like, that's good. I don't think, like, it has to ever be personal. I think we can compete and be competitors, and everything that's in the game stays in the game. And when you lose or you win, you shake hands, say what you want, and then, you know, you go on your way. And I think that's fine. I think we need to, everyone just feels like they're trying to be professional, and we don't need professionals. The reason the Melee community has survived this long is because we have some bizarre, wacky personalities. Be yourself. Just go ahead. I promise you, you will feel better if you are yourself all the time. And I think people pick up on when someone's being themselves. And even if yourself is an annoying little fuck, be an annoying little fuck. That's your thing. Do it. Because the reason the community's got to where it was is because we have so many unique personalities. And I think everyone needs to stop being so professional and just be yourself. I think we also need to stop doing the whole, this person isn't at the tournaments. I think if people don't go to tournaments, fuck them. We don't bring them up. I think we all need to get better. I love Plup. Plup's missing 8 tournaments in a row. Fuck Plup. I'm sorry. I wish it was here. We need to stop dwelling on this person isn't here, this person's not there. We just gotta move on. I think we get stuck in the past too much as a community. Even like me, HBox, like I saw people saying that, like, we can't just, because if like Plup and Leffen and like me, for example, aren't going to tournaments, and everyone in chat or people in the scene are like, well, Plup, like, it just takes away from it. If those people aren't going, they're not going. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we gotta stop doing that. I think that's really bad. I think we just gotta go forward. Everyone's saying we need storylines. It'll happen. As long as everyone is themselves, we're good competitors, we play good Melee, there's no need to force it. I think it's just that simple. Like, it'll happen. Melee is such a good game. As long as everyone's themselves, play Melee. I need everyone to care. Myself, you know, included. I kind of hated like, a part of me didn't want to go to tournaments last year because I hated it. Because I felt like I wasn't giving it my best. And I think the world's a better place when everyone gives it their best. So I think we need to start going to tournaments. Everyone needs to fucking try. The only way Melee lives is if everyone tries their balls off. I think it's that simple. I think we need to stop bitching, stop pre-joning, blah, blah, blah. Everyone just needs to just go out there and play. Play and be a good sport. You can be a salty fuck if you do it right. And I think that's just what it comes down to. It doesn't have to be anything crazier than that. And I think that's all I really have to say. I just wanted to give a little talk on the community, what I think we can do better. Again, I don't know if I'm right. I just feel like I've seen when Melee is good, and I know when Melee's good. And we just got to go back to our core Melee-ness, where we just play the game. We try our hardest. We're salty when we lose. We're fucking ecstatic when we win. Shake hands, and then you do it again. And we just got to go back to that. I think we need to stop being so fucking professional. Think about all your favorite Melee moments. They were always probably a little ratchet. Or, like, you just think of, like, the nitty-grittiness. I think we need to ditch this little professional thing that we're going for when we're playing for $800. Like, fuck that. The reason Melee is what it is because it's so grassroots. We need to go back to just being those grassroots motherfuckers. Yeah, I guess because everyone's trying to be like a League of Legends player. Can I name one League of Legends player in NA that isn't on C9? No. Because I feel like they're all the same in my head. They all, in their interviews, say the same thing, and it's boring. And I feel like the problem esports has is a lot of people are just boring, and they're all molded into this thing that we need to be. And it's just not fun to watch. That's it. I'm done, YouTube. Let me know what you think. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit it for daddy.